everybody, we're live.
Woo!
I think, yeah. Are you guys, are you with me? You with me? We're here?
Oh, I'm here, brother.
Alright. Anyone out there? Audio check.
I can, yeah, I got you. We can hear it.
On the, in Twitch and everything?
On the stream.
Hey,
yeah.
Mama Woes, what's going on? What's going on? Alright, is the music balance coming in with the audio balance? Everybody say hi, everybody, what's up, guys?
Hello.
Hi. Howdy, howdy, howdy.
I already see a balance issue there. Let me just go here. We will have rocks move up in audio.
Yeah, Rox was a
Line
little
down
bit
just a
quiet.
little. Yeah. Alright, alright. Okay. Sounds great. Well, thanks, Mama. You're so kind. I'm so excited, guys. What about you?
Yeah.
Everybody feeling good?
Yes, I am super pumped to play this. Looking forward to new game structure and getting to play with y'all.
Yes. This, my friends, is something different.
Oh.
This tabletop RPG that we will be playing is Monster of the Week. For our game, Aether Chronicle, Season 2, Sink City.
Yeah.
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 Ooh.
It's a little bit different for anybody who is only familiar with Dungeons and Dragons, in that it's very narrative driven. Less crunchy numbers and rolling a bunch of playing mechanical dice computer game, and more telling a story of our characters moving through a strange and dangerous paranormal world. So there will be horror elements in this game. On the back end, we have all established a safe word that for whenever it stops becoming fun and it starts becoming uncomfortable and not fun. So you don't have to just sit there and be polite, right? And be like, I gotta check out. We also have cards we're using Roll20 VTT, and absolutely free. They provide a deck of cards with red, yellow, and green cards that can be put on the screen as visual cues. Green is keep going. Yellow is you're approaching something that, like, I don't know why this is uncomfortable to me, or you're approaching something that is uncomfortable to me, which we've all discussed what those things are with each other. And red is stop. We have, this is not, we're done. For viewers out there, sensitive, terrible real world threats, dangers, insecurities are a part of our heroes' daily lives. So, you guys excited to tell a horror story?
Affirmative.
Absolutely. Let's kick off spooky season right.
Mm-hmm. By postponing a week into it.
That's the real horrors, okay?
Mhm.
Scheduling issues.
True.
So if we want to just go around and uh, introduce our we'll kind of go in around here. We'll introduce um, our players, our fine cast of players. Well, first, my name is Gear Duo, and I will be the keeper of monsters and mysteries. I will be all the dangers in this world. And the people who will be exploring this, if we'll start with, we'll start right here, with Myra. Would you please introduce yourself, the actual player here?
Hi, I am Rock's captain. I will be playing Myra. She is an initiate and a oracle of Sundaria, the church that all of us are somehow, some way, kind of affiliated with. And she is going to be leaning into that weird nature. One of the things of being an oracle to Sundaria is that you have to sacrifice something to kind of be able to communicate with the deity. And in
To
this
see
case,
the blinding light,
right,
to
and
look directly into the face of Sundaria. Yeah.
and in this case, Myra gave up her eyesight. So she is blind, which is another reason why, as an oracle, she wears kind of a veil that kind of covers over her face and eyes. And I'm really excited to see how this happens to play into the fact that she also uses a sniper rifle. So, goddess be my light, and pow. That's so that's kind of it for Myra for her vibe.
Nice.
So,
Let's go to Artemis. Would you
Uh,
please introduce yourself?
I'm Lion. I might be playing Artemis today. He's a divine, and he was once an orphan.
Once an orphan,
Now
always an
he's
orphan.
now he's under the Church of Sundaria, being adopted and all that. And you can go.
No, no.
I don't really have much more.
You are so much deeper than that. A still waters run deep, they say, Lion. Stephen too. Would you please introduce yourself?
Absolutely. This is Squeshel D playing Steven 2. I am a robot flake, and I'm piloted by someone somewhere, somehow, somewhen else, and I spend way too much time browsing the Sig City internets, and I just dive into all the conspiracy theories, and I draw all the connections that need to be drawn, and
People are blind, man. It's
I
out there. You
mean,
just gotta open your eyes.
well,
easy for you to say.
right, uh, I can see. I think everybody is a little bit blind compared to me because I can see basically in the whole electromagnetic spectrum and in sonar and all other kinds of crazy shit. So, I I'm not exactly a charming individual, just because
Even though you wear a tuxedo
robots.
all the time.
Right. I think if I didn't have the tuxedo, I'd probably be even less charming. So that's kind of my. Yeah. So I've got this core at the center of the torso of my body that channels and
Glows with divine
conducts
energy.
and yeah, and it powers all of my functions, and it also connects me to where I actually am. So yeah.
Nice. So that's Squish. Thank you. And
And yeah, Steven too. Yep.
that's the character you'll be playing. And then Alexandra, if you'd like to introduce yourself.
I'm Night Fury. I'll be playing Alexandria. The character type that I'll be playing is the Chosen. My character is destined to break a curse that is related to the Sundarian church, and um, she's Alexandria is like a little weird, a little smart, a little cool, kind of a little bit charming, and mm, one weird thing about her is she has visions and nightmares of what will come.
Nice. Um, and we are the Mortal Woes. Um, so if you like what you see here, feel free to check out our links, join our community. Everyone here is at one point in time was someone who just wanted to play some tabletop RPGs with people and had never done it before. And um, this is what's special about the Aether Chronicle Season 2 and the Aether Chronicle seasons. We have rotating seats for more hunters to come in. If you just want to try a game, if you have never played before, or you can only, you're coming back, and you can only play 1 or 2 sessions. We have rotating seats for more characters and casts to be introduced into the game, um, and tell stories with us. Uh, so we have two more, or with 3 rotating seats actually, um, that can be filled, and um, currently Alexandria is sitting in one. Um, and our main cast of characters are Myra, Artemis, and Steven. Those will go unchanged throughout the course of the story, and Alexandria is sitting in one rotating seat, and we have 2 more open. And feel free to reach out to us and over at the XLG chat, um, or on our own Discord, direct DM. Uh, you can mail me a letter if you know my address or you can find out. I'll be impressed, and send a pigeon. That would be neat. Never got one of those. And I'll get you in this game, and we'll play. All right. So, I think um, with that done. Oh, all of our music, by the way, is I'd like to give shout outs to Tabletop Audio for providing royalty-free music for us to use in our game, as well as um, uh, as well as there is. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna look it up right now and say it, guys, because that's what you do. Incomptech, um, providing royalty-free music for us to use by Kevin McLeod, uh, who is everybody's heard his royalty-free music. Is one of them, and then also, gosh, what's the
Was
other
that
one?
Was that Yakety Sax?
No, Yakety Sax, don't come back. No, no, and then there's another one that's called, anyway, that you would absolutely recognize from every, um, from like so much social media. But yeah, they provided us this royalty-free music for us to use and for you to use as well in your home games and whatnot. Just credit them, man. Make sure to let people know. So with that, let's dive in to Sync City. In this game, there are abilities that our players have that allow them to interact with how the game will play out before it even begins. So, for those who have a before the mystery begins ability, looking at your character sheet, Alexandria.
It doesn't include at the beginning of each mystery, right?
Yes. Yes.
It does include it?
Yes. For the beginning of our
Okay.
mystery. Boss from Beyond at the beginning of each mystery. So go ahead and roll that one for me.
I rolled it. I got an 8.
Everyone who has that ability. Ooh, I like that. Ooh. You guys can't see it, I don't think, on the that looks good though. You got an 8 on your boss from Beyond.
Yep, I got mixed success.
Nice.
So I have something small to do.
Everyone, Myra and Steven, if you guys have those abilities, please roll them now as well.
Let's see here. Do I roll it on my character sheet?
Oh, Myra. Failure. Yes, it is on your character sheet, and it would be in your moves. Myra. Nice. All right.
Okay, so the little play button next to the film reel at the bottom
Character sheet.
of the paragraph. Yeah, so my character sheet under connect the dots, there's a little button at the end of the first paragraph. Is that what I click? It looks like a little film reel and a play button.
Under,
Is that one of the
Yeah.
dice?
under connect the dots, there is a there are 2 dice. It says keeper, to ask the keeper any one of the following questions, and then 2 little red dice that you can click right before the questions.
Oh, those are dice.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought that was a film reel and a play button. Okay.
I thought that too at first.
What about? I don't have anything forward, right?
Nope.
Okay. Where does that show up?
Advanced success.
Got a 13.
13 from Steven too.
Oh.
So I get 3 holds of.
You get 3 hold. Nice.
Oh, I put that down at the bottom. There we go.
It says current hold right there. Yeah, it looks like it. Nice. So, I think that who would like to start first? With their character introduction.
I think we all said a bit about our character.
No, I mean like for who would like to go first as I introduce the setting and yeah.
But were we not streaming when we talked about our characters earlier?
No.
We were.
Okay.
Well,
so
yeah,
what are
yeah, we were.
say?
Would you?
It's like an opening scene.
Somebody.
For your
Okay.
character.
Or I can roll. Yeah. Who would like to go
I can
first?
go.
You want to go, Alexandra?
Yeah, I'll go.
All
So they
right.
can see what's going on.
All right. So your initial roll was a 10,
And-
right?
No, I rolled the thing. It's an 8.
Okay, an 8. So
You see it?
please read your ability to me, if you don't mind, and to us.
Okay. So one of my moves is Destiny's Plaything. At the beginning of each mystery, roll plus weird to see what is revealed about your immediate future. On a 10 plus, the keeper will reveal a useful detail about the coming mystery. However, I got an 8. So on a 7 to 9, you get a vague hint about it.
All right. I want to see your fate. Visions, divine help. Okay, so as the sun begins to rise over a city that never sleeps. Skyscrapers on the horizon, reaching out into a brackish bay across a dense swamp. Planes, jumbo jets like flying in, landing at the airport. Cars honking in the morning traffic already. Traffic jams throughout the city. Canals of water coming out of the swamp and reaching out into the bay. Full of motorized kind of taxi gondolas, bringing people to and fro their morning tasks. And risen above the streets instead of a subway rail line, rising above the city streets, and kind of weaving through these rails of skylines, these trains, kind of dipping in and out of what is an ancient city that has survived and has turned into a modern metropolis. The billboards lighting up, ads being played as they run across. The morning news shows. You see a billboard playing a morning news show, and two kind of charismatic and handsome figures talking to each other. A woman with red skin and kind of very well manicured and tastefully adorned, professionally adorned horns, a tiefling in a fine morning business suit, sitting behind a desk, speaking with a very small, short man, a halfling. Yes, that's right. Today is Tuesday, and everybody knows what that means. One more day till hump day. Am I right? That's right. Now, I don't know if you've heard, but something big happened last night. Our very own fire and rescue pulling a cat from a tree right after the rains had stopped. The people in this city are so great, aren't they? They sure are. People walking back and forth to work. Large groups kind of moving all together across crosswalks as traffic stops. 8 lanes of traffic kind of converging in the middle of the prismatic square in the upper parts in the upper city around Counters Row. Alexandria. This morning, what are you doing this morning after after you've kind of got ready, where will we find Alexandria?
Um, Alexandria's probably um, getting ready for her job at the coffee shop.
Um, and we go to, I think there's a fun one in here. I think this one's fun, maybe. A job in a coffee shop, cool. Um, so, we
You got
come
any
down.
jazz? No, just kidding.
I could. Um, so, we zoom into, where does Alexandria live? Past the traffic. Rats kind of scurrying, dragging bits of like food into the various like gutters and like crawling across the old cobbled walls of the canal and down into the water. Um, what part of the city does, if you look at the map here, what part of the city does Alexandria live in?
I'm just gonna. Um, maybe she lives in like the old city.
Ah, old
It's
city.
like more affordable.
Mm-hmm.
She walks to work.
We come through uh, a large industrial brick building with ivy growing up the sides, um, and a kind of triangular set of windows all across the top before there was electricity and modern lighting to let the sun inside of this modern apartment. It's been, converted loft apartments um, of this young woman laying in bed. Uh, uh, take a little liberties here. Sprawled out unceremoniously, green tufts of hair, wild and a mess, and pushing snooze on her phone for the fifth time.
Probably.
Cool. Yeah. So tell us about like what are you doing? How are you getting ready? What's happening here?
She like slowly gets up, like sits up in bed, looks like a zombie almost. And then she like puts her feet on the floor and she just goes and starts making her first coffee of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of zombie like. And then she drinks her coffee, she goes and puts her uniform on, and then she grabs an apple and she leaves for work.
All right. So you grab this apple, and how do you get to work?
She walks.
Walks to work. All right.
Mm.
Walking through the old city, you see this is like a kind of younger part of the city. People rolling around on their phones, of course. Like everybody's like in their phone as they're walking around, or they have the like earbuds in. Um, uh, you know, like graffiti that has been like tastefully done by artists. Um, you walk past a bicycle shop, and that's like all about like electric bicycles and the like. Um, you I broke the game. Oops. I'm gonna reload it. You walk past like all these shops, uh, and as you're walking along, um, there is a like a young man who is uh, like on the corner, and he has uh, a like a business suit on, right? Wearing this like tastefully yet albeit cheap business suit. He's walking by. He's like, "Oh, hey Alexandria, I didn't see, and he's got a coffee in his hand. I didn't see you at the shop today.
Wait, am I late? And then she like looks at her watch.
Yeah, there was the time change. You didn't.
Oh no. Well, have a good day. And then she like, I guess she starts running to
Alright.
work.
Okay.
Bye. Have a good day. Good luck with your meeting. Bye.
So the coffee shop is okay. You can't be late again, Alexandria. You can't be late again, and this is bad. So
This is the third time this month.
uh,
Okay.
as you're running through the city streets,
She waves to Miss Dottie, the little old lady who like lives on the way.
all right. Oh, hey dear. You know, in this like rent control department, she's outside and she's just like feeding so many stray cats.
Oh
This-
no.
You see that like she's like this hunched over like little dwarven woman. Hey Alexandria, it's nice to see you. She says. And she's just like feeding these cats. Some of them are rats.
Mm.
No, don't fight.
No.
There's plenty for everyone. And she's just like she's just like tearing off bits of like white bread and feeding them to them, like ducks kind of. Her little hand shaking.
I'll see you later.
Huh? She says.
Bye.
As you run
I'm
by.
still running.
Nice. As you're running, the last you see like a gondola that you would take. This little motorboat in the canal drives off. You find yourself, Alexandria, looking around, and there's no one else here.
Oh,
Um,
no one? At the coffee shop?
no.
Or
On
where I
the
ran?
the canal, yeah, this canal that leads you to your job. And
If I take the other way, it'll be so long.
you hear a splash in the water of the canal.
How deep's the canal?
You look into the canal thinking, how deep is the canal? And you see a reflection in the canal, like, and it's like oily and just disgusting. There's like bits of trash floating in it. Although it is cleaner than other parts of the city, as the community kind of takes care of it, not the city. But you see a like floating by on a piece of trash. You see a manila folder. Yeah.
Is it close enough to grab?
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab it.
You reach down to grab it, and as you like put your hands into the water, the reflection of your fingers, as your fingers break the surface of the water, the reflection of your fingers also break the surface of the water, moving upward, and instinctually wrapping your hands around the folder. Mirrored, your reflection kind of grabs itself.
I'm gonna try to pull my hand back. Not too fast.
You go to pull your hand back, but it has a hold of you.
No.
And when you pull back, it pulls harder, kind of unexpectedly, and your arm like dips into the water.
I'm gonna hang on to the concrete, I guess, and just like heavy breathing. This is just this is not real. It's not real. Just calm down. It's not real.
Your
Some
face.
kind of-
Dude, go ahead.
Some kind of kelpie monster?
I have no idea. I'm hoping it's a vision.
your face is like next to the water, right? Your reflection,
Mhm.
and its features distorted, right? Um, and it turns to you. It is real. Look at me, Alexandria. Look at us.
And then, okay. And then she takes her hand that she's holding onto the concrete and just like punches the water where the thing is looking at her.
Nice. Go ahead and roll. Uh, uh, Go ahead and roll kick some ass.
Oh no. How do I do that?
Uh,
Is it in my? Is
Character
it supposed
sheet.
to be in my moves?
Um,
Their hunter move reference on your character sheet. You might have to drop it down.
mhm.
Oh.
It's up at the top. It's up top. Good
Oh, I
duel.
see it. Thank you.
That's it.
Mixed success.
Nice.
8.
One second. There we go. All right. You got a mixed success. Okay. So let's read what this move does. We're learning the system together. That's not what I want. Kick some ass. On a 7+, you and whatever you're fighting inflict harm on each other. So, as you throw a punch,
Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself.
you like punch into the water, and as you do, you the world spins as your arm goes into the water, and the water level spins as you're pivoting underneath the water. Bubbles of black ichorish water and oil like sliding past your face. Immediately, like the acrid taste of poison right in your mouth as the water from the bog kind of just like it begins to wash over you. You find yourself like standing upright, completely submerged in water, and you like swing and to hit your own reflection of yourself, which you punch in the chest, right? And it begins to like cave, right, and crack, shatter, like dry ashes, and your reflection reaches out and like grabs you by the back of your head and puts its face up to yours. No eyes, no nose, no mouth. This featureless face.
Horrifying.
I don't like it.
S. You hear the voice is different. W. A. K.
Wait.
W.
SAFETYDANCE.
SWA.
K.
Safety dance?
S. Sorry, it's not coming through. Sorry, let me turn. 1 second, let me turn my noise suppression off. K. A. W. S. A. S. W. And it's like it's beginning to like peel away as you've punched, right? You can feel like it's getting hard to hold your breath at this point. W-S.
She's gonna try to swim to the surface.
And hey, you all right, lady? You gonna get on or what? I can go pick somebody else up.
Yes.
Gondola in front of you.
She's gonna like slowly get in. Now, what does the canal look like now?
Normal.
Okay.
Graffiti all along the sides of the walls. You see this, this guy. Come on now. All right. He holds out his phone. You gotta pay up front, right? You got a card.
Yeah, she takes her card and she like taps it.
Taps on it. All right. Okay.
Thank you.
It starts taking off. Man, that time change, right?
Oh my gosh.
As you go off to the coffee shop where you work. Let's move on now. As the ripples. Who would like to go next?
I volunteer rocks.
All right. Rox, you've been volunteered. Read us your ability.
Okay. So when I am in good standing with the church at the beginning of each mystery, I roll a charm on a 10 or plus, provide something helpful to whatever the mission is on 7 through 9. They provide something associated to the mystery, but I got to do something else on a miss, which is what I got. They ask you to do something bad. If you fail a mission or refuse an order, you'll be in trouble with the church until you atone.
So I think
so. For Myra,
the water ripples.
She is
the water ripples.
The definition of an early riser.
So the water ripples, right? Rippling water, and then we see a bowl. Like it begins to ripple, and we see a bowl being carried by the daughters of Zandaria, the sister coven, kind of walking through this like kind of crypt of an ancient sepulcher, deep underneath the city, kind of just going about the business. This is different than the modern city. This is something old and ancient, still lit by the candlelight for some reason. And sorry, go ahead and then now do your character.
So yeah, she is the definition of an early riser, because each morning she is up so that she can be in her sanctum by dawn. So as the light first hits the sink, there's like an array of mirrors and stuff that turn this chamber into what would feel to most like a flash oven, right? Just
A small,
like incinerate you. But
in this ancient sepulcher, as the water is being carried by these sisters in long white flowing kind of golden off-white robes, and donned with very simple but platinum jewelry, rings on all their fingers and bracelets, are the sisters of the coven, the daughters of Zandaria. They walk to an old door made of stone, carved into it, carefully preserved throughout the aeons in this ancient door, and they set the bowl of water on like an altar or a dais, right beside the door. They pull out a small like silk cloth. They place on it a platinum kind of shroud, and then carefully align jewelry for Myra, and your robes, right? And this like right outside this door, we go in, mirrors everywhere, made of crystal, gilded with platinum, arranged in a geometric pattern in this dome, and carved out for the rising sun, a single beam of light comes in and begins to illuminate this chamber, and sitting in the center, I'm assuming we see Myra.
Yes. Absolutely. She is in prayer, or ready for it, as that first light of daybreak ripples throughout the chamber, and that one bead of light just like instantly off of the mirrors kind of builds up off of each subsequent reflection, and it just
Standing
illuminates the entire room.
this perfectly symmetrical, like circular room, the
Yeah.
floor, standing at one in a circle by the door, Myra, patiently waiting, eyes closed. Is Myra dressed at this point, or would she be like in like naked, to as she like goes into
I
this ancient
think
place?
I think it would be in like a nightgown-esque robe.
Okay.
Again, kind of sticking on theme, right? Would be very flowy, very like silk, and would still be of a like off-white-esque kind of color.
And as standing outside of the very center, bouncing around the mirrors, and then all coalescing, all like meeting at like atop this large, arcane, divine sigil of Sundaria, right? Begins to illuminate beams of light, naturally, focusing it into like almost like a laser, right? And it like it illuminates the center, and you like begin to move forward, um, and you can feel it, like you can see the robes discoloring as as you place one foot forward into the inner circle carefully. um, you almost hear like a sizzle of flesh, and as it moves up the robes, you can see it like discoloring, beginning to like char, right, as it slowly moves up across the front of your robe, and then onto your face and eyelids. Are you wearing a veil currently?
No, for this there is no veil, and so her eyes kind of being not necessarily burnt out, but as a description, burnt out
Scars.
like from this ritual.
You can see scars on your
Her eyes,
eyelids.
I was gonna say her eyes kind of look like uh, not starburst as in the candy, but starburst as in like the type of cut of gem.
Yes.
So like the cornea and everything, just that's kind of what it looks like. The image of Sundaria is kind of um, branded, so to speak, onto her eyes.
Mm-hmm. And the uh, the beam, you can feel it on the back of your eyelids, scarring them, and you open your eyes, and they immediately begin to. You can feel the damage, you can see the damage, you can hear it, right? The pain shocks over your body. And let's see. Keeper moves. You take 0 harm currently, but you take harm, right? As you can it's beginning to burn away at the flesh of at your eyeballs as you stare directly into this concentrated beam. And you are in intense pain. Extremely intense pain. What do you do?
I mean, I'm going to continue on with the ritual. Like, this is what we do each day to, like, keep the wards and stuff for the church above this sanctum active and what have you. So that way it's a safe house for all of those who need it and don't even know it.
So you begin to conduct the ritual. Go ahead and roll me a use magic. In fact, roll me actually, I want you to roll me on your hunter moves. Big magic.
So I've got the black magic, fortunes, and mystic on hunter moves, and then use magic as a regular.
Yeah. It's the same. It's the same, but this is big magic. So this is beyond what you could. You need days or weeks, or you need years studying the ritual for this to be able to work. You need to be chosen as well.
Mm-hmm.
And it needs to happen at a particular place and time. But most importantly, it has it has terrible side effects. As you can feel like the scars in your eyes. It goes past
The physical being into the spiritual.
Yeah. The soft flesh of your eyes, the scar tissue built up over years of conducting this ritual. Yeah. So go ahead and roll me a weird. Or use magic.
Mixed success. So it happens, but with
a glitch.
Mm-hmm.
What's the glitch? Choose a glitch.
So the options are: effect is weakened. The effect is of short duration. I can take a harm and ignore armor. The magic draws immediate unwelcome attention, or it has a problematic side effect. I'll say maybe the effect is weakened.
Right. Runes immediately, like as your body begins to you begin to see like glowing runes come from the scars across your face, lighting up with the divine magics as your body begins to reject some of this divine world. This is, it's difficult. Clenched in pain. Needles slowly being pushed into your eyes. You hold your hands out and lines begin to move and converge across the oculus solus in their sanctum. and your visions come to you. You see this like blinding light, almost sunbursting effects. Another seer. This one from, a completely white room, marble, a huge marble table in the middle, maybe 40 feet long. And standing on the other end as you're transported into this space of like, everything's white and distant. There are no ends to this place, just this large white marble table. You see another seer standing at the other end. As you open your eyes, and they are no longer sunburst or scarred, but rather Myra as she was before, with normal dark brown eyes. And standing at the other end, you see this elven woman, in a simple gown as well, just like you're wearing. You know this to be the Oculus Solus that is in Zakir. Her name is Morticia. She gently looks up at you, her like long blonde hair kind of just flowing naturally, her hands well manicured, like in the most perfect and pristine, well put together, perfect kind of forms of herself, standing at the end of the table, kind of waiting for you to approach.
I absolutely am approaching the table.
May the sun greet you, Myra.
May the sun shine upon your face as well, Morticia.
Small smirk. She barely, just imperceptibly runs her tongue across one of her canine teeth, and it breaks just barely across her lips. She doesn't break eye contact with you. I have tested your progeny, your applicant that you have put forward to be adopted. Michelle?
Indeed. She is one of the brightest of the foundlings that we have had recently. She's taken quite a liking to helping us in our cause.
Brightness is a funny thing, isn't it? She walks kind of gently, like from her side of the table. This like 40-foot long marble table that she's at the head of, and you walked up to the, running her middle finger along it. Brightness is a funny thing, Myra. The light shines upon all. She's been denied.
Well, despite her goddess radiant nature, she cannot keep that upon mere mortals forever, for they would not be able to withstand. So,
Enough with the pleasantries. And the... She stole something.
well, what is it that you would like to speak about?
This morning is not of... You can feel like she is almost... She's drinking in this, like, the things that she gets to tell you, basically. The things that...
Mm-hmm.
I have been gifted a vision this day. You are to deny your applicant. And you are to wash away her memory and understanding of this side of the veil. The secrecy, of course.
This is ridiculous. On what grounds?
She is an apostate. She stole an artifact of Sundaria for herself.
This is outrageous. Her trip was to go there. You knew about it.
No.
That artifact was to be recovered and returned here.
Oh, yes. That artifact was recovered. She did a good job. No one knows. It was found. She reported to me. But while she was in our sepulcher, she took something of the goddesses. A pendant. And she like slides something from her hand over to you. This like small chain with a like a locket on it, made of platinum. That belonged to Sundaria, and she took it. And then she used it, without saying a word. She's hiding something. She stole, and she thinks that she can hide from the light. These are not the tenets of the daughters of Sundaria. You know what must be done. Deny her. Conduct the ritual to remove her memories of this place, these people, to protect yourself, and return the artifact that she stole.
Okay. This is a meta question. Is she acting in normal character
Yes.
as opposed to other times that like
Oh.
I would have conducted
Oh.
this type of communication with the other Oculus Soli?
This is strange because there's often other Oculus Soli here, right?
Mm-hmm.
All like communicating together. But this
Yeah.
was something that this was private. You're separated from the rest, just you and her.
Yeah.
And she is acting not in a she is letting some of her hidden emotions come out here as she is enjoying what must be done, and the fact that you are the one to do it.
So she's enjoying the power trip of being able to boss me to do something she knows I don't want to.
And you in particular, sister.
Okay. I'm just trying to see here if there's a way that I can. Is it read bad situation? Yeah, I'm just trying to see if like she's lying about this or not.
Yeah. Go ahead and So, what you would know is that this music's a little loud. There we go. So what you would know.
Thinking the same thing.
Yeah, I just turned it down a little. So Myra, what you would know is that these are the rules and tenets of the church, right? And that if it is true that she did steal one of the artifacts, and you look down at this artifact. Go ahead and roll a. Let's see what the check would be. Right, read a bad situation, or let me look at your moves real quick. Look at the hunter moves. If I don't. I'm not very familiar with them. I apologize.
Well, when I use magic, I can ask a question from the investigate a mystery.
Mm-hmm. What is?
And you had me. So investigate a mystery would say, what happened here? What sort of creature is this? What can it do? Can it hurt you? Type of a deal.
Okay. Go ahead and
like
roll.
what I
Go ahead and roll investigate a mystery. Or I actually think go ahead and roll. I think this is act under pressure. Go ahead and roll act under pressure. That's what I want. Mm-hmm.
Let's go. I get another experience point, guys. I'm gonna be level 2 before I'm even done.
That's awesome.
So act under pressure.
So you fail. You don't see
I failed.
any way around this. Morticia has the most power and sway over the other Oculus Solus, being an elf and being hundreds of years old.
Yeah.
Right, you said she had canine teeth.
We all have canine teeth.
Well, everyone has the
I
canine
thought
teeth.
Sorry, I thought you.
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought she
Like
was
this.
a lichen. I was like, how is she a lichen? This is so weird. No, I get it. I gotcha.
Even in this space, Myra, her eyes unblinking, you can't hide from the light. She's gently rubbing a long finger on her chin. I can see you don't like this. And that's what I want. As she gently rubs, her cheek along the side of your face, placing her lips right beside your ear. Now do it, bitch. No, she whispers. And she steps kind of back away from you.
Am I supposed to be able to see what people are rolling? Is that in the chat? Oh, yeah. Dumb. Okay, sorry.
What do you do?
I see it now.
Oh, I'm sorry. I did not hear what you actually whispered.
Oh, sorry. I need to turn off my noise suppression. All right. It says, now do it, bitch.
Ah, gotcha.
The end of the words, the end of that word as she turns into a satisfactory smile. Heavy breath inward as she revels and the feeling of control over you. And then she leans backwards to look in your eye. Very close. Waiting to see.
May the light of Sandaria burn all that is impure. And I leave the conversation. That
leave the chat.
That is, yeah, that is absolutely directed for her and her fucking snake in the grass ass self. But it also can be used as a I'll do it.
Yeah.
What was that again? What was the lady's name?
Morticia. She is the Oculus Solus. Insecure.
In the Zakir Desert, yeah.
You come back, and your emotions have ended early. Your session early. The light, the where the light enters, the runes around it begin to flicker. Sweat kind of pouring down your head, the pain like searing through your body, and they dim and it closes. And you find yourself standing in complete darkness. Who would like to go next?
Well, I think I'm the only one left, right? Or is
You and Artemis.
Going.
You and Lion, yeah.
okay? I'm ready. You want to go, Lion? I'm ready. I can wait. Or
You can go.
Mhm.
You
Nice.
spoke up first.
All right.
All right.
So what did you roll?
Me?
Yeah, for connect the dots.
He had
I
got
rolled
a 13.
13, which is just a straight up success.
Success.
Okay. Go ahead and
It's an
read.
advanced success.
Okay, go ahead and read the ability for us.
Yeah, so we got. Here we go. At the beginning of each mystery, if you look for the wider patterns that current events might be part of, roll plus sharp on a roll plus sharp on a 10 plus hold 3, on a 7 to 9 hold 1. Spend your time during the mystery. Spend your hold during the mystery to ask the keeper any one of the following questions.
Okay. So this will be during the mystery. So, just hundreds of chat forums open, right? All of these like kind of a very frantic, fast-paced, screens going up, users bling bling, pictures popping up. The Zakir Desert, the Tannerville Museum, right? They're not
Hold
telling
on,
us everything.
Zakir Desert. What was the other one?
The Tannerville Museum, right? Pops up. They're not telling us everything. They found something there. What are they hiding from us? Guys, the mayor is a lizard person from the sewers. Not again, Todd. And then you see like somebody's like a temporary ban on their ability to post. Like, you're being put in timeout, right? All of these things, right? Like going through you see as you begin to look into strange visions happenings across the city. Attacked by werewolves, large packs of dogs roaming the city. We have to do something. You see new, soon to open, the prismatic towers of Tannerville's latest philanthropic venture for startup businesses. This huge, like, crystal tower under construction that's like reflective. You see all of these, all of these things happening, and then we We come
So-
back and tell Steven, as you're sitting, where?
So I'm just on, kind of like a maybe 20, 30, 50-story building with a flat roof, with a water tank up there. Steven 2's kind of like curled up like a battle droid from Star Wars, like in a fetal position.
Mm-hmm.
And he's in a tuxedo, and it's kind of dungy and dirty, and he's just kind of sitting there. And then
So are you near, like, I would say near the docks, on the south side of the gutter, like in the southern part of Old City, where you see that like that little white blurb. That's the Church of Sundaria that your guys' faction is underneath. So I imagine you're in that. Yeah, you're in that part of the city.
Okay. Yeah, so the sun's shining, and a little like alarm sound starts beeping. Then it cuts off, and you hear, kind of like a walkie-talkie squelch as Steven 2's voice comes through. He says, "Ah, all right, time to get to work. Let's see here." And you hear some keyboard typing and stuff. And it's like, okay. Shit. What? Oh, fuck. What time is it? Oh, the fucking time changed. God damn it. All right, we're gonna have to go with the fucking Fresnel configuration this morning. All right, let's start up. And then you hear a robotic voice, and it goes, "Initializing sterilized plasma pinch collision startup sequence." And then you hear this like high-pitched whining, like that gets louder and louder, and then it like pulses. And then when it does that, you see kind of like a blue glow kind of fade and come back. Each time it does that, and it keeps getting a little stronger and louder.
Mm-hmm.
And then you hear the robotic voice say, "Constructing magnetic containment bubble." And then you see these little arms like kind of unfold, like come out of like, well, his head like slides forward, and like the hole where his head normally sits, there's these little things that come out, and these speakers, start pulsing, and this magnetic aperture starts charging, and then you see it's like the air in that space starts to change, like refractive index, like it starts to look distorted because the air is getting pushed into this containment bubble. And then it says, "Composing condensed oxygen charging lens." And then the air just starts to form into like liquid oxygen in this like ball, and it starts to grow bigger and bigger. And then it says, "Deploying lens Fresnel configuration." And then the apertures that are sticking out and holding the magnetic bubble, they kind of like lean back and pull the ball out away from his body towards the sun, and it stretches out, and it makes this big lens to concentrate the sunlight. And then it you see the sunlight like pinch right at the spot where his neck starts, and there's like a little hole that's collecting all the light, and the pulsing that had the blue glow earlier keeps going, and it keeps getting louder, and it says, "Consolidating consciousness waveform attenuation." And then the robot like stands up and like stretches.
You see,
And then he, like-
over top of as you begin to look out at the city, you see, you like do the stretch or whatever, and like little like things begin to pop up in like a HUD, right? In this like translucent kind of Iron Man style HUD. Sink City, and then the Veil, modern, current status, 2 halves of the city. Monster.
Yeah.
One side of the Veil, people are protected on the one side of the Veil. On the other, subject to dangerous and paranormal monster-ish activity. Status, Hunter. Faction,
Yeah.
Apostles of Kalinar. And then it says, and then you see you see like these like contracts called the code. You see the code pop up, and these are current social structure. Monsters fully integrated into society, living peacefully with those who do not know. And you see a code pop up for how monsters are to act with normal people to keep the world secret. And then, as you're stretching, you see mood, club driver.
Is that the song? So, real quick, Steven 2 walks up to the water tank, punches a hole in it, it sprays water all over him.
You're doing like
And
this.
then
You're
he-
doing like this dance. You know, you're doing like this very
Yeah.
like old man, kind of like 40-something-year-old man dance as a robot. You know,
Mhm.
very like
then-
non-robotic kind of thing.
And I'm like singing a little song as I'm showering, and then I like weld this tank shut again, and then like you remember in Back to the Future when his like clothes air dried by themselves?
Yeah.
So as it does that, it like sucks all the water into the body of the robot through the clothes, and then it blows the air and cleans them, and then
Your head,
And it's
you know,
like-
like your head's like just doing like a just by itself moving thing, and you're in this black tuxedo, right? As the water begins to start to flash off, as you're like tying a bow tie, putting in a pocket square, you know, adjusting your cummerbund.
yeah, and then yeah, I just leap off the side of the building and you know, land on the ground.
And as you're like superhero landing, like crouched down, you pull out that silk pocket square and you polish the like your dress shoes.
Yeah.
And then like you're walking down the street doing like the like almost like the Spider-Man dance, you know?
Oh yeah, I'm doing finger guns and rolling
Yeah.
my hands together. Yeah, it's
People are
great.
like, what the hell is that? I'm
So
telling
so
you,
real
technology
real quick,
has
I was-
gotten crazy. Is there cosplay in town?
I
Hey,
look
I'm
over.
walking
I,
here. Get out of the way, you fucking weirdo. As like somebody doesn't move and you have to like turn sideways to finger guns them and keep going.
Yeah. So as I'm walking, I want to use NetFriends to contact Todd through a DM.
Okay. So you contact Todd.
I'm just gonna be like, "Yo, bro, what's going on? I saw you got banned. I told you to lay off the fucking lizard monster shit. People don't like that. The mayor's a nice person. Come on."
Yeah. You see like the name Todd like vibrates, and then message restricted. Message restricted.
Oh, dang it.
But it comes through, so it does that enough times in that it's binary, right? He sends you in binary because he knows that he can't message you until the chat restrictions are up, but the binary just says fuck you.
Well, I am going to take the exact opposite, you know, advice and not do that.
Hey.
And can I use that as contrarian? I was just
No,
gonna
no,
ask
no.
him what should I do today.
Oh yeah.
Can I call him on the phone?
So yeah, like beep boop beep beep doo doo dee doo doo dee. So your music kind of like still playing, but like gets quiet in the background or whatever. A chat message opens up, a video feed of a like cloaked, like a figure shrouded in darkness, like just like formless kind of. You know, like facial distortion. You can see just like off in the corners, you know, like all of these like computer monitors and things stacked up on top of each other. On the desk are like cup noodles, you know, or like with like chopsticks in them, cans of energy drinks everywhere, and a box of tissues, and that gets pushed off to the side just out of frame.
Yeah. Is this Todd? Yeah. Okay.
This is Todd. A voice modulated voice comes through. You have contacted Todd. What is it that you would like to know?
I just, I kind of explained a little bit of the situation, just my suspicions about the,
Of course,
about
man.
the situation. And then I say, what should I do today? How should I approach this?
I mean, like, people are blind, dude. Like, everyone knows. Nobody knows, right? Like, people just don't see the dots. God. And you hear, like, clicking and clacking. I mean, I really think, like, the mayor is at the center of all of this. The lizard people are coming up through the canal. Then you see, like, a light turn on in the background. Mom! Mom, I'm doing something. Turn the light off. And you see like an AI kind of that was blurring his face blurs this image of a woman in a like a dirty pink robe with a basket of clothes going to one of the machines that were in the background and lifting the lid on it and like putting clothes from the basket in it. I'll be done in a second, honey. the other voice modulated thing comes through. Come on, Mom. Seriously.
Can you ask her to throw me in a hot pocket, please? I need a hot pocket.
No, the hot pockets are obviously contaminated.
Oh,
the FDA
yeah,
does
well,
not want you to know what they're feeding you.
Yeah, I know.
Cup
Lizard
noodle.
people, eggs. Yeah, cup noodles are the sacred manna from heaven. Yeah, I've heard this before, Todd. Tell me what I should do today.
Well, you gotta invest in the cup noodle NFT. I mean, that's on the rise, dude, to the moon.
You know what? Thank you, Todd. I will talk to you tomorrow, baby. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.
If there is a tomorrow.
Yeah. All right. Bye-bye. And then I hang up. And
You
then
have a
I'm
dentist
going
appointment
to...
on Saturday. And doodaloo in the phone.
I'm gonna invest instead of the cup of noodle NFT. I'm going to devote $5,000 of my investment portfolio to the hot pocket, pepperoni hot pocket, specifically NFT, and I consider that to be the opposite.
Yes. So like you counters row comes up, and as somebody walks by, you see this man in a in a very nice business suit, right? Like this Armani business suit. He's on his watch. I told you, all right? Sell now. I don't care how many people have invested. All right? They knew the risk when they signed the contract, and if they didn't read it, that's not my fucking fault. All right? That's their fucking fault. I'm gonna be fucking late. God damn it. I'm telling you right now. Whatever you do, don't have children. Alright? They ruin everything, and he like bumps into you. Right? What the fuck is your problem? Huh? What are you supposed to be? And he like looks you up and down.
Your mom's date. Yeah.
You know what? He's like, I ain't got fucking time for this, dude. Get the fuck away from me, freak. And he keeps walking. But as he did, you were able to, you like scanned his like wallet.
Mm-hmm.
And so you open up his portfolio and you start grabbing money out of his portfolio and start investing it into places and whatever.
Whatever the opposite of cup of noodle NFT is.
Nice.
Do with that.
Okay. And then you kind of walk up to the church. This old church, and you kind of go into the old church. There's, it's empty. It's a little beat down. You open the big wooden door, and you go over to the to this like there's this statue of Sundaria, and you go behind the pulpit, and you like reach underneath, and you hit a little button, and a huge piece of stone moves and slides away from underneath the statue, revealing a set of like stairs that you like 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 you kind of move down, and you slowly go down the spiral staircase. Your what you can see, Stephen, with as you are flipping through the various electromagnetic spectrums, so that way you can from the visible light spectrum, since there's no light spiraling downward, you see all of these runes, imperceptible to the human sight, of magic coursing through the stones. And then you get downstairs and into this ancient kind of temple lit by firelight, and sitting on a couch in front of a TV, holding a controller for game system X, and with a headset on, Artemis
Yes.
Oh,
is sitting down there, playing.
playing some. Yeah.
I don't know. What are you guys? What are you playing, Artemis, as you're sitting down there?
It's the latest and greatest. It's called
Yeah.
Fungal Wars. It's an amazing game full of amazing characters and well-designed stuff and all the greatest and latest technology, AAA. Not much more to it though.
Steven, you sit down. I'm gonna take a little thing. What do you do rather, as you walk into this space?
This is a tough one. I'm just gonna patch into the X console, start up split screen, and sit down on the couch and start playing with them.
Nice.
Just kind of remotely. I just gotta sit down and put my arm around. Oh crap! I'm blanking on your name, your username.
Artemis.
Hang on.
You can address the. You can use the hunter's name.
It's like wild
Lion?
something. Black Sheep Wall.
Oh, Black Sheep Wall.
Well, is that Myra?
That's
That
Myra.
one's me. That one's me.
Oh, so it's a different person. I'm sorry. Okay, yeah, I just gotta put my arm around him. I just gotta chill. But I'm, playing the other screen. We're taking down the fungal monsters. And I'm like, yo, dude, what's going on? How you been? Sorry I'm late, dude. I forgot about the time change.
I've been doing good. I just got some stuff done with the backlog on some of these things. I moved some paperwork around in the chambers and all that.
Oh, cool. I just I shoot out a little drone that scans the room and scans all the papers that comes back into my body. Like, you did a pretty good job.
All right, Artemis, what did you roll on your boss from beyond?
8.
An 8.
Should I read the description of it?
Yeah, go ahead and read.
Boss from Beyond. At the beginning of each mystery, roll plus weird on a 10 plus. Your superior asks you to do something small. On a 7 to 9, they ask you something complicated or difficult. In either case, you get to ask them for one question from the investigative mystery. Move right now. On a miss, you are required to do something terrible. If you do not accomplish it, they are ordered. You cannot use this move again until you have made up for your failures.
Mm-hmm. All right, so going to the investigative mystery move. Ask me a question right now.
Shoot, wasn't prepared. What kind of monster is it that we're going after?
Is that the exact wording on the move?
What's
Hunter.
that?
The hunter moves. Let's go to investigate a mystery. So you can ask what happened here. What sort of creature is it? Okay.
Yeah.
What can it do? What can it hurt? Where did it go? What is it going to do? And what is being concealed here? So you're gonna ask.
I want what kind of creature is it?
What kind of monster is it? All right. So as you're playing your game, right? uh, the you it's a secret level unlocked, ultra rare item, and popping up on the screen is a is like a urn, right? And it's kind of like hovering there in front of you. You're able to manipulate it and move it around. And then you see on it is actual imagery from that it's very reminiscent of like the Sandarian church, but it's different. It's a different kind of it's from a different like religion, right? And underneath it says, contained within this urn, a parasite.
Oh wow. Wasn't expecting that.
Yes, one second. What kind of monster is it? Let me look up my let me look at my notes real quick, guys. Real quick. To a parasite. Sealed away by ancient magics. In any human contact, it will infect and devour the thought, memory, and magicarnium, which is like the word for like the magic system in this game, of any who interact with it.
Sorry, I was writing it down.
Yes, so a parasite. It wants to, which can infect and devour thoughts, memories, and the magics.
And this, I found this through how?
Like just on your game, right? It like popped up. That I'm just, but like all of the, it looks like the game developers just went to a like a wiki, right, or like a museum site, and just lifted all of the imagery and the story of this cryptid of an ancient culture and just put it into the game.
From our Tanner Museum that's here in the Sink City.
Mm-hmm.
Is I don't know. Steven, are you
Yeah.
seeing this?
Yeah.
You can't, Steven, you can't do anything while he's on this screen. It's one of those two-player games where you're just like waiting for him to fucking get through the lore portion so you can like,
So, yeah, I'm wondering if I should use one of my holds here. Yeah, I'm seeing this. Is pretty strange. So this is he's seeing it on the game screen, but this is something that's at the museum.
Well, it's just lore. It's just some like that's been found. It's as you like move through, as you're moving through your database, you see where you pull up the lore of where
This
it
parasite?
came from. Yeah, well, of like where the lore of this parasite came from, and let's see. You can see that it is Professor Elda.
Professor Elder.
Professor Elda Coinswith. This
Okay, one sec.
yeah, and you like pull up a little. There's like a picture of her. There's a book that she's wrote. This like kind of maybe like 50-year-old woman who she's wearing one of those like hard safari hats, and she is a professor at the Middlesex College. In the she has several PhDs in ancient history, geology, and anthropology, and she is currently her current status is returned from a dig site, and she's at the Tannerville Museum actually currently. You like follow her plane
Where is
ticket
the dig site?
in the Zakir Desert. A dig site in the remote parts of the Zakir Desert. But she is the overseeing professor for the dig at Middlesex College, and her assistant is Michelle.
Okay, hold on.
So they were in the desert together, right? You're like pulling up images and seeing their itinerary and stuff. And so Michelle was out with Elda at this dig site to like finish their so she could like finish her thesis. And they're currently at the museum, kind of offloading their finds so that they could be put into the reliquary, and have a put into the reliquary, and then have a and then and set up an exhibit and stuff like that, right? But this
okay.
is like, yeah. Okay. Yeah, not yeah, it's just.
So I was gonna ask you, what does the parasite want from Michelle?
Currently, right now, what you know is, I won't have you like use one of your things.
Oh, okay.
So currently, right now, what you know is that they were just out of the dig site together, right? And that that this information is just like myth. There is no like
No substantiated, yeah.
Yeah, it's just like one of those. It's just there's mythos kind of going in. Myra. And then behind you guys, there's all this like there's hustle and bustle. There's like the sisters are hanging signs, and they're like throwing a tablecloth and making like a little party table, and for like the welcoming party for Michelle to come back, and be inducted into the society, as she was given a quest by the Oculus Solus. You guys know, to bring a finding from the desert that she kept hidden from everyone back to this place, back to this sepulcher, right? And once she does that, then she will be fully inducted into this as a sister, right? And happier than nervous, but happier than anyone you see kind of moving about is Rena. Okay, no, it has to go there. It doesn't matter. I mean, oh my god, I can't believe they won't let me see her. It's ridiculous. We should just leave right now and go pick her up. but she does love a surprise, and I'm so bad at these. But Myra, you come out seeing all the festivities and having been charged with denying the applicant and erasing her memory. I think we kind of fast forward through the day a little bit, right? Alexandria kind of returning or getting off of work and picking up a cake, right, on your way in.
Yeah.
You come downstairs and
She's got Michelle's favorite coffee.
yeah. Yeah, you're like handing out coffee to people and stuff, and you guys are kind of setting up this party, waiting to go pick up Michelle. And Myra, Artemis had, he is asked by his, let me look at this again. Let me just read that. Asked to do something complicated or difficult. You have to erase all the memories of Rena, from Rena, of this place and these people to keep yourselves protected. And
Wait, of Rena or of Michelle?
oh, sorry, of Michelle. And Artemis has to be the one to do it because his body doesn't react the same way as a normal body like yours does, being destroyed by the divine light. Oh shit, let me turn this music off. We'll take Club Driver off. So like this, you see all the festivities going on, and Artemis has to be the one to do it. He can reach. His body can withstand the direct contact with divine. What do you do?
Is it like a special room or something? Or is it like I just reach into her mind and steal something from it?
Up to you.
What was that?
Sorry, I'll leave that up to you guys. What do you think?
Well, Lion, you're going to be the one to have to narrate it, so whichever
you
you
guys can do
feel.
it together.
Yeah.
I'm asking for help.
Myra, tell him. You have to tell him, or you don't have to tell him, but well, yeah, you have to tell him. You have to ask him to do something difficult or complicated.
I think first and foremost is like as the day was going on, I probably would have pulled Rena to the side so that she's not absolutely blindsided by what we have to do. On top of the fact that I feel fishy about the whole situation. Like it doesn't sit right with me.
Does
So,
he
like-
tell us about the vision where she told him, do it, bitch?
Should I mention my boss from Niban, the encounter with the parasite to Myra?
That's up to you. I'm just saying that like throughout the day I am having it be known that I pull Rena aside, we sit down, we have a one-on-one. I tell her about a vision / meeting I had with another Oculus Solari, and the claim that has been made against Michelle.
You're moving too fast. Hold on. The small yet familiar crinkles across Rena's brow as she's flustered.
Yeah.
Kind of. You're blind, right? The tapping of her
Yes.
foot, the tapping, this like quick tapping of her foot that you recognize as she's flustered. Um, I don't. She stole something? That doesn't.
Holding her hands in mine. I know, my child. I don't understand it either. Which is why I'm wanting to tell you this.
If she didn't.
What I have been tasked with doing, and in order to keep us in good standing with our goddess, I am going to go forth with this. However, they did not say that she couldn't be reintegrated, and that is where I am unable to help, but you are. If you can help Sister Michelle regain her memories afterwards, because I don't believe that she would do such a thing.
She wouldn't. She wouldn't.
I think
She's had everything
Oh.
taken from her. Everything. And this is the only thing she has. You know that.
I do.
And you. Roll manipulate someone.
I mean, hopefully she would want to help her back.
We're setting up a damn party. Okay?
Mixed success.
Alright.
A mixed success on manipulate someone for another person. They'll do it, but they'll only do it, but only if you do something for them right now to show you mean it. If you ask for too much, they'll tell you what, if anything, it would take for them to do it.
So you. Listen to them out there. I know you can hear them. They're trading stories of the light that Michelle has brought into all their lives, and you know better than anyone what she's done for me. And you want to take that away from her? And you want me to pretend that none of it happened? And to play the part of to fall in love again? To build trust again? To allow you to take that away from me, and to take her away from them, and to take us away, to plunge? You want me? She's like weeping. You're asking me,
Sister,
to hurt the person that means the most to me? Is this the Oculus Solus? Or is this Myra? You can't see it, but you can tell that she's staring into your eyes.
sister, it is the Oculus Solus that is asking me this of you, but it is I that am asking for your help in undoing it after. It will take time, but I do believe that she'll be able to come back to us. And I'm asking your help in leading oh my god, I can't speak. Breadcrumbs. So that way she can find her way back to us. To find the good times that she's had with all of us. Because she belongs here. With us and with you. I know it is daunting. And it will take time.
You're asking me too much. As she looks out, Artemis or Alexandria. Somebody's like, "Oh my god!" And you remember? Okay, so um, when Michelle baked that new recipe, that like,
Yeah,
oh my god, that fad diet, it was so awful.
it was so bad.
Oh my god, we all ate it.
It was even a little burnt.
I was not.
My
I couldn't hide my disgust. Like,
my
it's so
my
bad.
fusion cells didn't even like it.
Oh, and
She tries though. She tries so hard.
I mean, I tasted the thought and the feeling behind the gesture. It was different.
uh,
Yeah.
somebody like Steven, what you like your memory banks come up. What's a memory of a beloved memory of Michelle that pops up in your head?
Uh, the time she was like scrambling around looking for her keys, and they
That
were
were
in
in
her
her
hand.
hand. That were in her hand.
Yeah,
And you just
and then she's
watched the
like,
entire
and then
time.
she was like, "Where the hell is my phone?" And then she calls her mom and asks if her phone is in her
Yeah.
house with her phone.
And yeah, and then and so after all of that, Steven, why didn't you say anything to me? She's like laughing at the absurdity of the whole like hour-long event of her like turning, the couch cushions over. She's late. Why didn't you say anything, Steven?
I'm a comedy connoisseur, and that was pure, and just it was the good stuff. I really wanted to cherish and savor it. Just the pure comedy of what was happening. Felt like I was in an episode of Seinfeld or something. I mean, Sideman.
Sign Meadow.
Yeah.
So, she, um, yeah, I noticed that, your tie is, uh, dark black, but you're wearing a navy silk, uh, kerchief in your pocket. So I got you something that matches. Yeah. And she hands you, like, she takes out the old, kerchief and she kind of neatly tucks that one in. Um, she
What is
tap.
she? She
She
she puts a
changed.
black kerchief in my pocket.
Yeah, or a white one, like a white one. The white match it. White and black match everything. Can't go wrong there.
Okay.
Mhm.
Thank you.
And Artemis, what's a memory that you have with at, um, that you like share with the group that you had with Michelle?
I was thinking something about rituals and her helping with the ritual and teaching me how to do it better.
Your training as your um, uh, we see this like tall, uh, kind of well proportioned swimmer's build, Artemis, in no shirt on, kind of covered in sweat. Um, has a spear and he's like spinning it around himself, going through these motions, um, and off in the distance, like over these tomes, like writing papers, the whole time, hours and hours. And you go to as you like spin around to do a move, you go to um, plunge your hand into like forcefully through the veil, right, and pull out like you pull the bottom part of your halberd off, um, and like reveal a secret dagger, um, which you like throw into a dummy, and then you turn around at a wooden dummy like that's right next to you, um, and you like plant your spear into the ground in between you and the dummy, um, to create a barrier, and then you put the back of your forearm on it and you spin around your spear, pushing it into the dummy's like face and like upper chest, to like throw it off balance, and you reach your hand through the veil to grab the dagger that's 20 feet away from you, and go to stab it, and you like miss it, right? Um, sweating, training all day. Michelle comes up and she's like, I found something maybe you'd like better. And she shows you this ritual of lost memories, and how you can, they're tangible, physical things, the experiences of people that exist on here, and when we don't have them on the other side. And you guys walk down to an old folks home. Are you my son? She's like, try it.
That's right, doggy.
She's like, try it. And you reach your hand kind of across like the brow of this old lady, and just gently through the other side, and you grab a memory of, what memory do you grab for her that's been
Childhood memory, and it's of her dancing in the field of flowers.
and you give it back to her. Daisy chains. Does anybody make daisy chains anymore? I would weave them for hours. With Tommy, my brother. He was so kind. And like you see tears in her eyes. Thank you. She like looks in your eyes and with like, and genuinely, you're able to be able to like you can see the, like you've given her something that is worth more than anything in the world. And as the memory's like coming off of your finger, you feel a darkness, this pain and sadness, kind of racked in confusion. It's bits and pieces. It's barely strung together. Of knowing that knowing she's dying, knowing she's lost her agency, knowing that her mind is slowly unraveling itself, and that she's been popping in and out of reality, that her body is alive longer than her mind will be able to keep these memories, and attached to the memory you gave her, it immediately like reaches out with a black ichor. Oh. And you can, in her face racks with pain, this old woman, as she knows that her Alzheimer's is going to, she knows the Alzheimer's is going to break it down and take it away again. She knows that this is going to happen. The fear of it, and like before it's even gone, that black ichor and the fear of loss begins to completely taint it, and you're able to grab it and remove that memory of knowing that she has Alzheimer's, knowing that she's confused, and you take it out and you send it out back into the other side. The door slams or the door opens up from the office. You guys see Michelle kind of walk towards you guys, tears in her eyes, and she kind of, or sorry, Rena, and Rena like goes towards the stairs. Myra, you know what, the very thing that Michelle has taught Artemis to do is the very thing that he needs to use to take all of this away from her. If the rumors are true and she has stolen from the church, she cannot be a sister. She cannot be inducted as a daughter.
Wait a minute. This old woman that we're dealing with.
That was a memory, and then we're back into the modern day. That was a memory
Wow.
of what Michelle taught Artemis, which is how to remove memories. And then together they went and did good with it for people.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Myra, you know what you have to ask Artemis to do. If
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think after I talked with Rena about what's going to happen, that's when I pull in Artemis to then kind of discuss with him as well about what the
Tell him.
so I say that in the morning ritual, a sister, a fellow Oculus Solus from Zakir has asked that we essentially excommunicate Sister Michelle on grounds that she has stolen from the church over there, and that I will need his help in removing all memories and affiliations she has with us here in the sink. Essentially, it would delete 5+ years of her life living here in the sink with us.
What a terrible travesty one must do.
And then I inform him that I've asked Sister Renee to try and help with set up some breadcrumbs so that she can use them and try and bring Michelle back to us, because I don't believe the claims against her. I believe that it's probably someone's being devious about it.
You realize that you can, if you can prove that she hasn't stolen anything, like
Yeah.
that trinket, that locket that was
Mhm.
that was shown to you, if you can
Yeah.
prove that she didn't steal it, then you don't, then she no longer has the status of apostate.
Yeah.
And you don't have to excommunicate. She can be inducted. They would have to reconsider.
We're gonna go doctor.
Yeah,
Questioners.
I was definitely planning on talking to her after the party, and I might need Stephen 2's help with that as well.
Yeah. You want my help doing what?
Your phone, on the desk, like lights up as Steven's listening into your office conversation.
Yeah, the speaker just kicks on.
I'm sorry, man. Let me trace back to the conversation. So, okay, then what does he need help with?
So later, when we go and affront Michelle on claims that she has stolen from the church, I'm probably going to need your help.
Doing
Well, SCI kind of stuff.
CSI.
Yeah, CSI. There you go.
Steven, you hear, all of a sudden, everybody's phones kind of buzz intermittently. Bzz, 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 bzz. You hear that kind of little public emergency announcement go off. Steven, immediately you begin to get a breaking news feed. The chat sort of lighting up. Something is happening in the city.
Okay. Can I use one of my holds?
Yeah. What would you like to do?
So I would like to when and where will the next critical event occur? I'm gonna use a neural network, amplified through Sundari and
Stephen, you begin to follow the traces of what's going on, right? And the reports that are coming in. Potential murders in the sink. A news feed pops up. Bum bum bum. Breaking news. You realize that. Would you like to just? People are like looking at their phones as well. You know, like, wait, what? Another murder in the city. This is ridiculous. Blah blah blah. People are like talking about it. Some people just like look at it and it's so sad, and they like close their phones. And you get the location right before the breaking news report comes. You get like the feed. All right, what's happening? All right. Tanneville Museum. People don't give a fuck about the Tanneville Museum. A couple scientists. Fuck, who cares? And that's why I need real stories. As the newscaster's being like powdered and stuff. Fine, I guess for now. They pull out like they're going live in 5, 4, 3. You realize that you could post this feed up on like the televisions and in this room so everybody can see the feed. If you would like.
Sure, dude.
Okay.
I have a projector too, so.
You just like Steven just projects this thing. Breaking news. And I think Steven's head moves a little like a newscaster, like as like the person.
Am I supposed? Am I gonna say it or you?
No, I got it. A strange happening at the Tannerville Museum just reported. 3 found dead. Currently, they are not letting anyone in or out of the crime scene. We're going live to a reporter who's on the scene, and it like cuts to a live feed. In the background, you see the museum, you see some police tape, you see a couple cop cars pulled up, and you see this reporter bundled up in a black fashionable trench, hair kind of done good enough because it was fast. This is Gabby Tattleton on the scene at Tannerville's most renowned museum and reliquary, where I'm hearing that there are 3 suspected deaths that occurred just now. Nobody is being let in or out. Does this have something to do with the tentative relationship between Zakir and the Maya? Stolen artifacts being taken from the people and the histories. Sir, Gabby Tattleton with the Tanneville Times. Do you have anything for record? You see this orcish man. He's in a detective, classic detective. Trench coat, shirt that's just fucking like I have to wear one, I guess. Buttoned up, like scratching his head. He's got a coffee in his hand. His vest is a little bit open. You can see there's like he wears one of those chest harnessed holsters, and he's kind of got a gun there, and he's like, hey, listen, We ain't, nothing of report right now, okay? Don't you got some better stuff to do? All right, and just stand around. Let us do our jobs, okay? We're gonna take care of this. You'll know everything as it comes out. Jeez. And he like walks forward. He hands Gabby the coffee he's holding, and then he like, yeah, take this. And he walks forward. What are they hiding from us? Breaking news. And the feed cuts out.
Oh wow, it looks like there's a lot going on over at the museum.
I'm gonna
Rena
just say
is
that
gone.
sounds like
When
a
everybody
plot
looks
hook,
up,
guys.
Rena's gone. By the way, she's no longer sitting at the bottom of the stairs.
Well,
As like some of the
if
sisters
I
look
had
around,
to
oh my
guess,
God, could it be, Michelle's there?
yep,
Aren't we supposed to? Yeah.
yep.
Isn't Michelle
So,
supposed to be at the museum?
And you wanted to
what
use a hold, correct?
is Alexandria at?
Squish, you wanted to use a hold, correct? As well?
I was just gonna use, when and where will the next critical event occur?
Right, okay, so
Was
take
that-
away one of your hold. Boom.
Did you do that, or I need to do it?
You take it away.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, well, yeah, just take one hold away. Alright, so. What would you guys like to do?
Well, it looks like it's travel time.
Yeah, Alexandria, you're there as well, right?
Yeah.
Or at the
Where-
church?
Where do we need to go? I kind of want to use some weird.
No, we're heading over to the museum.
Can I teleport us there? Pretty please.
You say as you're like standing in this, there are like all these runes, kind of like in a
Oh,
little
no.
area, and you're like looking over them. You've been analyzing them. Tomes and stuff and scrolls are coming up. There are holes in the data and stuff as you've been like trying, like you're running an algorithm in the background of like, fail, fail, Can I tell the supporters there, please? You say, Artemis, you know that this is, you have to, only your body can withstand this type of teleportation, and you don't know how to like protect people from it right now. And maybe later, as that is a move of the divine, is to teleport people places. By the way.
Oh.
Everybody has
yep.
a train pass. You gotta take the train.
Yeah, I was gonna
just-
say we're gonna head to the sky rail. Hopefully, we can meet up with Rena before she gets there.
I want to
And does the
contribute,
crate.
so I'm just gonna top off everyone's bus passes with the newly acquired funds from that dude's stock portfolio.
Yeah. Which is tanking
Nice.
right now so hard. from like all of the shoddy investments that you've been also running in the background.
Yeah, taking care of business.
All right, you guys arrive at the museum, and you see that there are Gabby's like rolling up and finishing up the feed. I mean, that was pretty good, right? And you see this like this human, and he's got a backwards ball cap on, and like the camera on his shoulders, and he pulls it down, and he's like, I mean, yeah, I thought it was good, I guess we just sit around and wait, right? She's like, yeah, I guess so. And she drinks the coffee. Oh shit. The scene off to the side as you guys walk forward, you see the police tape everywhere. Beat cops kind of standing around. What would you guys like to do?
Sneak around to one of the sides so that we can sneak into the museum. That's probably what I would want to do, but I don't know if that's what everyone else is thinking.
All right. Well, that would be read a bad situation, and that is a sharp roll. So if anyone, um, if there's anybody who's like good at sharp or whatever, like since you guys are a
That's
team,
me.
I'm alright at sharp.
you're alright at sharp too.
Yeah.
I'm meh.
So I guess then between Alexandria, so we have like these like divine kind of like really rigid, structured, lawful, follow the rules, Myra and Artemis, and then you have these like street savvy, the Chosen and Steven, right?
The flake. Yeah.
And the Flake, and you guys are like, you know that they're relying on you to get you into this place. So between between the two of you, who would like to try to read a bad situation and get in?
How do I get the +1 on my +1 forward? How do I do that?
When you go to roll, it'll pop up as one of the questions.
Oh, right.
Are you talking
Okay.
with Steven 2? Are you talking about your contrary, seek out and receive someone's honest advice on the best course of action for you,
Mm-hmm.
and then just every time, like as you do the opposite of that, then yeah.
Right. I did the opposite of investing in Capadoodle.
No, well, no, well,
NFTs.
that is, yes, you did, establishing the precedent of like doing the opposite, but for a more to roll contrary, it needs to be impactful to the story and moving forward, right? So, so right now, if you'd like to seek out and receive someone's honest advice for the best course of action, that would be like right now, you know.
Okay. I don't want to. We only have like 25 more minutes until our scheduled time to end, so I don't want to take a whole bunch of time calling a net front or something. I'll just let if Night Fury wants to roll sharp.
Okay, so you kind of look to Alexandria. Everybody kind of looks to you, Alexandria, like.
Okay.
She is the chosen one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Did you guys see how my morning went?
No, I don't think any of us saw it, but I don't know if you
Or
showered
I mean
after
the
work.
players, you know.
Yeah, no, as the players, yeah.
So we're rolling for read a bad situation.
Read a bad situation, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
7.
Ugh.
All right, what is?
You look around and read a bad situation. Roll sharp on a 7 to 10. One hold. One hold can be spent to ask the keeper one of the following questions. What's my best way in? What's my best way out? Are there any dangers we haven't noticed? What's the biggest threat? What do you guys think? What should we ask? What do you guys want to know?
Are the cops here?
Yes.
Oh, the
there's
cops
a
are here
detective
for
on
sure.
scene.
Yeah, this is an active crime scene.
I don't have to ask that.
Do we get special FBI badges?
No.
I see them on the table.
You're like seminary
forget 'em?
card.
I think those are the cards for like our
You guys are you guys are not part of the.
Yeah, we're non-judicial in nature.
You're an underground sanction that is outside of the normal operations of the societal structure.
yes.
But that doesn't mean that somebody doesn't have a fake badge or something. You know?
I could think of someone who might have a fake badge and could probably make us some.
Well, hold on. Is the museum still like near the area of our church, like an old city?
Is it close to the church?
The museum?
Mm-hmm.
The museum is not in the old city.
Ah,
The museum is in between the upper city and the kaleidoscope.
all right. I'm gonna ask,
Okay.
what's my best way in?
All right. So as you're looking around, um, you see one of the officers is like um, young, and uh, he is he's not looking, like out or whatever at his phone. He's just like staring at you, Alexandria. And whenever you um, make eye contact with him, he like looks away real quick and like grabs his phone, and it's backwards, and he flips it around. And you think he was checking you out, kind of thing.
Okay, great.
And he's off towards the side of the building, towards like maybe like a side entrance kind of thing, outside of the prying eye of the other um, cops who are currently. Gabby Tattleton walks up and is like talking to them, off to the side. So she's like
The other
distracting
cop?
them. Yeah, yeah, she's like distracting them currently, and the news van is parked in a way that they can't exactly see this like side entrance. And you can see there's a door that's cracked open, and there's like a rock in it that he's standing beside, and there's like a small sliver of light um, from it. So it looks like they're keeping this, like keeping this door open for ease of access, kind of thing, for the investigation. And he's standing in front of it.
Okay.
So your best way in is probably to, like,
Distract him.
distract him in some way, that he, or just let you guys in or something.
Mhm.
Oh, I could do a magic trick for him. What I need when I need it. I'll go distract him with inside my magical space I have a bunch of marbles or and I'll do a like you can see it now and now it's gone kind of trick to him.
Um, all right, that, you guys, so you
And
guys
everyone
are,
else sneaks in.
you're right. So you guys are sitting there discussing it, and so that's the course of action. Artemis is going to go distract this guy.
Yeah.
You guys like that idea?
Hey, real quick, Gear Duo. I wasn't saying like I was gonna do contrary to Night Fury or anyone else. I was just saying, I'd let them roll the
Yeah,
sharp.
of course,
Anyway.
of course. Now, I mean, I'm just saying, like, now's the time because it's impactful when you use the move, right? So when we roll for a move, it's because it's like impacting the narrative.
Okay.
All right. So you see this young cop. This like he's uh, a Harangon, right? So he's kind of this like bunny kind of person. Um, he's in full blues. They look brand new, kind of itchy, even a little bit. Um,
Mm.
and Artemis, you said you're gonna walk up and talk to him.
Yeah.
You guys notice that as Artemis walks up, again with this like really like fit and lithe body of somebody who's trained in like physical martial combat their whole life, almost like a pristine physique of like what the perfect human body should look like in proportions. Artemis is like a statue, baby. um, and so you walk up, uh, and you notice that the Harangon wasn't looking at Alexandria.
Hmm.
He says,
Oof.
"Hey, um, it's nice to meet you. I'm, what do you, uh, Tommy. You didn't ask my name. Uh,
Want to see a
he
magic
doing
trick?
like the little awkward? Is he doing like the little awkward hand and foot mannerisms?
Um,
Oh.
nah, he's like, so he's playing like, he puts like a wry smile on his face. Almost, he squints one eye. He's like, whoa, listen. And as you walk up, do you want to see a magic trick? I mean, you gonna make something disappear? And I'm gonna have to, hold on, where you going, pretty boy? And he reaches out and places a hand on your pec, Artemis. Solid.
I do the same thing back, but instead of his pack, I go for his badge and I make it disappear on him.
Oh, okay. So like, um, as you reach out, he's like, hold on, this is an active crime scene, and I've got the authority to tell you what you can and can't do. So I'm gonna have to ask you to back up, or I might have to take you into custody. Right? Uh,
I feel like as this is going on, Myra is just going to be like about like 15, 20 feet out, just like circling around him towards the
Yes,
door.
me too.
and, and like
Mhm.
sneaking, but like
Mhm.
from anyone else's perspective, it just looks like I'm walking normally.
Artemis, I want you to roll a charm for me.
Manipulate someone.
Or manipulate someone, yeah. Roll manipulate someone.
What was a
5.
failure?
Nice.
No.
So on that
That
5,
experience.
take an experience. I mean, wait, what the fuck that? Hey, listen, okay, fun and games are over. All right, just because you know,
Can I
just because
can
you're
I roll a
tasty doesn't mean that I can't do my job. All right. Hey, who are you? Wait a minute. Um, hey, I'm gonna have to ask you guys to step back over here. He like puts his hand on his gun. I'm gonna have to ask you guys to step over here and back up. Okay. Um, uh, everybody play cool. This is an active crime scene. I don't know what you're doing here.
Oh, I'm so sorry, officer. I didn't notice. I'm blind, as you can see, and I was just trying to
Okay,
go inside
sister.
the museum to meet my friend.
Okay, sister. It's the middle of the night. All right.
Well, I'm
The
friends with the
museum's not open.
curator, and we have
Well, it's an
lovely discussions over some of the
That
artifacts
sounds
and.
fucking nice, don't it? But listen, it's a crime scene. You cannot go in there. I don't care who you're friends with. I don't care if you're friends with the mayor. All right.
How close are we to the door?
Um,
Crime scene. What happened here?
I can't talk about an active investigation. Are you fucking stupid? Are you blind and stupid? Listen, everybody,
That's a
uh,
rude way to treat a sister. Doesn't your mom go to our church?
click.
Oh,
He flips the button on his handgun. Right.
what the hell?
You cannot enter this place.
This is what's wrong with you. What was I telling you about the police? Alexandria says
What?
they're just so corrupt in the sink.
I
On the
know.
sink, immediately reaching for his gun. You're blind. Like,
And
need
I'm
some
being
cultural competency training for real.
I wanna roll
cultural
cool and try to help
competency.
out.
Okay. Go. You want to try to do what? Oh, you want to help out?
Yeah.
Um. Who are you helping?
I'm gonna help make Officer Friendly chill the fuck out so we can go into this building and check things out because I'm a goddamn robot and I'm gonna see more
I
than he's gonna fucking see.
I think that okay, so manipulate someone over, right?
Yeah.
With the course of through sheer just dialogue kind of thing. Um, to make a move at this point, I mean, you have an officer who is being surrounded by people. Everybody's talking at the same time. Uh, there is obviously somebody who has a distrust for the position that he has, talking about like corruption and stuff. A fucking robot in a tuxedo. Um, his badge just disappeared.
He's not getting that shit back.
He's
No, we're not getting it.
he's new to the,
Not
That's too
easily.
funny.
he's new to the Force. He's young. He's
Let's just beat him up
tired.
and go.
You know, and now he's excited, right? And he's scared. He looks over his shoulder. By the way, when you say beat him up and go, he looks over his shoulder and to where the van is, and everybody stay, and he looks over his shoulder at the van to try to see if he can see his other officers, and he reaches for his radio. Artemis, you said that you would like to beat
I'm
him
gonna
up.
jam his radio.
Well, okay. You would like to. Artemis said, "Let's beat him up and go." Roll, kick some ass. Steven, roll, help someone out.
Nice.
Now, if you want to help out, you have to wait for somebody to make a move. Kick some ass.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Oh
Artemis.
no.
5.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh
this is
no.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Everyone take some, Artemis, mark a point of experience. Steven, mark a point of experience.
yeah.
He,
Well,
okay, Artemis, explain how you kick some ass. Steven, explain what, you guys both tell me what you're trying to do to this person.
Wait a
I'll
minute.
tell you how it felt.
I have don't I have to roll a 6 or less?
Yeah, you rolled a 4.
Oh, I saw Alexander.
Oh, you rolled
Wait, where's
cool. No, don't roll cool, roll,
Isn't that help out? Cool
Uh,
is help out, isn't it?
I guess so. Let me see. Yeah, sure.
Well, how do I roll help out?
I
So
think it's
do
the
it
same
in
thing.
future.
I think it's the same thing.
Well,
You don't get any
okay.
bonuses to it, right? So, all right. So, you guys both failed. Tell me how you were trying to kick his ass. What were you trying to do?
Oh jeez. Well, he was touching me first, so maybe I took it as active aggression and bent his arm backwards or something. But I ended up just like grazing his arm and like slipping.
I tried to just put myself in between, you know.
Well, how are you trying to kick his ass?
Oh, well,
How are
I
you trying
thought
to help
helping
Artemis kick
out.
his ass? You're trying to help him kick ass. Yeah.
Oh, well, okay. I was thinking blocking the incoming fucking 38 special aimed at his blind head, or her blind head. But I guess I could. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, I just try and use my robot grip strength to grab his hand when he goes for the gun, so he'll drop it because I squeeze his wrist so hard.
Okay, so you guys you're basically just trying to grapple this person. Okay.
Yeah.
He, as you reach out for him, he like does a quick hop backwards, right? Whenever you go to kick some ass on a failure, what does it say? 7+, doing whatever you're fighting, inflict harm on each other. I mean, you're rating 10+. And then, let me look at my keeper moves, maybe it says it here. What happens whenever you fail to kick some ass? Does it say anywhere what happens when you fail that?
yeah,
I couldn't find it.
it says. Well, it should. It should say on a +7, whatever. Oh, it doesn't. It doesn't address it at least in our little quick reference guide here
Cool.
on the character sheet in Roll20.
Let me just look and see real quick. Exactly what I'm supposed to do.
Okay. I would like to add while they do that, I'm gonna grab Myra and run towards the door.
Oh yeah, no, not run. We still want to be inconspicuous, but we're just gonna keep going to the door. You guys got this,
If
right?
she,
Nobody else can see, right? You could still be.
well, we're gonna
You
find out.
can say no, like you can like take your hand from me if you don't want to run, but I'm gonna run.
Oh no, I was thinking the same thing. I was about to type like, "Yep," and we're going to the door, right?
Oh, okay. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, because we're on a side of the museum that like the other officers are over with Gabby, and hopefully we haven't made too much noise. So the only person who would know would be the guy who's currently in
In a
altercation.
tussle. Yeah.
Ideally.
On a miss, you get your ass kicked instead.
Is that what it
Oh.
says?
Mm-hmm.
Can he please not shoot one of us? Maybe just club us over the head.
Oh no.
Maybe he blows out one of my eye sensors with his gun or something.
Does he
No
have
big-
to roll?
No, it's just
Or
what it
no?
says.
Okay.
Just says on a miss, you got your ass kicked instead.
It's rough.
So that probably just means he gives the harm and they don't give any harm to him.
Mm.
So I take a damage of harm.
Hold on. Not yet.
Well, it's however much he's gonna do. He's got a gun.
Harm moves.
Um. He draws his gun.
No.
Action's not the right one for this, I don't think. You see this young officer go through a wide range of emotions. Fear. In his eyes, he's scared. The disgust run across his face at the misunderstanding whenever you said that the police are corrupt in the sink. When you say that, Alexandria, you don't see an officer in uniform, you see somebody who knows that you're telling the truth and wants to be the reason that nobody says that out loud again.
Lord, it's Officer Judy Hopps.
The fear in his eyes. He pulls backwards. He draws his weapon as both of you kind of run toward the door. Alexandria leading Myra towards the door. You open it up, and
I want to roll tough and jump in front of the bullet.
yeah, it's too well.
Can I do that?
It's a little too late right now. We have to
Oh,
resolve.
okay.
We have to resolve. You guys get your ass kicked. A flash of light, and then two more. Artemis, your body hurts.
Sometimes. Why?
No.
Because the whites of your flowing, kind of open coat, there's like a hole in them.
It's a new coat too.
Towards your stomach. and as you pull at it, the amount of red that begins to stain the bottom of your shirt and the top of your shoulder is faster than what you thought it would have been. A lot faster. It's the way it soaks in. It's strange. You look at him. He's frozen. Gun in his hands, tears in his eyes. Regret, shame, even across this guy's face, across this young officer's face. Officer Burrows. You see the badge. Remembering it. And you pass out and take 2 harm. And Steven, take 1 harm.
Oh boy.
Me and Steven got shot.
Yeah, as like the bullet kind of.
Oh, no.
Steven, do you have armor?
Like stats or just
You don't have armor, do you?
What do you mean by armor?
Yeah, it's an actual item.
Gear?
Yeah, you don't have armor. Yeah.
Where is that at? I don't see it.
It would
So you
be
don't have
in
it.
gear if you had it.
Flakes don't have it?
No. And so it like damage reports start coming up, you know, like, and you look over and like circling beside you are the bullet wounds, and then you run through. I want you to take I want you to add to this wound that you received, Artemis. We're under harm, unstable. Okay. I want you to click that unstable. You can see that the bullet is passed through an artery.
Ah, jeez.
Yeah. And that he, and then you, Artemis, you pass out.
But I'm gonna get my brains eaten by monsters.
You fall down. Alexandria, you see the other officers kind of become aware of the situation. And begin running, guns drawn. As Myra and Alexandria slip in the door, leaving the door open. It's like one of those doors that you can see that it's locked, and they were propping it open for a reason, probably because it's hard to open. So you know that if you close this door, they will not be able to immediately pursue you. But if you leave it open, that you will be stopped from entering. What do you do?
I know what I'm planning on doing. Alexandra, I will let you.
You can go first.
I was gonna say we keep going through the door and kick it so that it closes.
So you walk in through the door. It's one of the doors that open to the outside. It's got like, it's made of like heavy steels and things, and it's got the
but I'm saying like we're
anti-tampering
kicking.
entry.
Yeah,
Wasn't it
kicking.
already open?
Yeah.
It was ajar.
Yeah, like
It was a
there was
jar.
like a little rock placed on there to keep it from fully latching.
Yep, and I'm kicking that rock out of the way so it'll latch.
So be it lion? Or be it
Yep.
rocks? Yeah, be it lion or out there.
With boo-boos.
So Myra kicks the rock out of the way, and you're standing in the doorway, Alexandria.
Well, Alexandra was leading us
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was pulling my
Yeah.
in.
Yeah. So she's holding the door open. You get pulled in, you kick the rock out of the way. Alexandria, you have your hand on the door. If you hesitate and leave it open, the officers will see you hearing gunfire, and you know that they are um like they're scared too, right?
What do you mean if I hesitate and leave it? I don't understand what you're saying.
If
We
they're
can leave
they're
the door
running,
open and the cops can pursue, or we can close it
yeah,
where we have some time to ourselves first.
but it
Okay,
leaves
well, then
Artemis
let's
and
do
Steven
that.
outside.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
You see the officers
Cl-
kind of running around the side of the building, um, and you look at Artemis laying on the ground, blood already beginning to like leak out onto the pavement. He's hurt bad. And you close the door, leaving Artemis and Steven outside.
I have a question.
Yes.
So if I were to try and use magic, because you can use magic to
Mhm.
heal, would I be able to do that as we're running into the doorway, or would I have to not enter?
This is so split sec. Everything's happening in like
And
such
that's why I'm
slow
asking.
motion, right? Like everything's like it's not like a healing word bonus action. No, this is you would be able to potentially heal by using magic. But in this moment, in this split second, as Artemis, as you guys, as things go wrong, and Artemis lays on the ground, bleeding out,
Am I gonna die?
I don't know.
I
That's
got it,
a
guys.
question
It's
Oh.
only
for
episode
next
1.
week.
Oh.
Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Thank you guys so much for putting yourselves in danger like that.
I think, yeah, I don't want to spoil next week.
Well, you can't. We don't know what's gonna happen next week.
I know what I'm gonna try to do. I know that for sure.
All right. Did you guys have fun?
That was so much fun.
Okay.
Yes.
I had a
That's
blast.
crazy.
I will slowly be ramping up the more terror aspects of it. I wanted to go easy. Didn't want to pull a card on the first session.
I thought the parasite in the urn was a card. Oh, I guess. Never mind.
Did someone actually pull a card? How does
Is that what the
how do we
card
show?
is? It's a monster or something?
No. There's I'll explain it in a second. But that's gonna be all for Aether Chronicle.
Like that.
Yeah, that's gonna be all for Aether Chronicle. Season 2, Sink City. Thank you guys for playing, and we'll see if Artemis. We'll see what happens next week.
Oh my gosh.
Back in the game, baby. Cliffhangers are the best part of anything. D&D, TV shows, whatever.
I'm stressed.
Best part of a great story.
It
Good.
gives you something to just like obsess about throughout the week as you're working. Think about.
Are you still streaming?
I am. You guys want to tell the people
All
bye?
right.
Bye.
Have a
You
good
want to tell
week.
you want to tell your
Bye.
future self something if you rewatch this?
Don't forget to eat cereal.
Good advice.
I hope your week goes well, bro. See you later.
It's not as bad as what it seems, or is it?
Stop messing with the cops. They shoot right away.
Oh no.
And rocks. It's this is for your future self if you rewatch this. it's funny how quickly a house becomes a home.
Yeah. Yeah.
See you guys
It's
next
getting
time.
there.
I'm gonna play the title sequence again, and we're out. Bye, guys. Love y'all.
Bye.
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 I got shot.